Hey guys, let's get started. Let's start with a brief introduction of myself. Hi, I'm Anand. I handle marketing at Talentid, and I happen to study finance at NYU. I'm into creative strategy, execution, and bringing stuff that honestly stands out. Can you think back to a time when you found that a perfect candidate for a role you are uh, particularly looking for? The interview went great. The experience was really good, and then you actually send out the offer, and all of a sudden there's just silence, right? They stop responding to the emails, no calls, no contact. Yeah, like they just go vanishing to the air. But this isn't rare. It's called ghosting, right? And the candidate ghosting collectively costs you and your business a lot of money from sourcing, interviewing, and extending the offer, and more importantly, your time, right? So it represents a hidden yet very significant challenge in running a company or being an HR, and that's what we are here to solve today. So when a candidate goes, it's not about just one role affected. It creates a domino effect across your entire team and organization. First, there's the team strain. Your existing staff uh, has more work than they can handle for a prolonged period of time, which can also affect their performance, right? So, due to that, they would also need to work even more. So, hence, the more rework. And through all of this process, you end up losing a lot of revenue, and also sometimes there happens to be some brain drain. And of course, due to all of this, there's an brand damage to your entire company. And at the end of the day, it's you as the HR or the company who's taking the end loss, right? So now I invite Jay to take this forward and explain you how we actually solve this problem.
Hi. Thanks, Anand. Thanks for taking this forward. It was really nice, and thanks for joining in, people. Yeah. So, can you go to the next slide, Anand? Yeah. So, as we are going to move forward, I just want to hear a few experiences that you have experienced. Can anyone come up and explain a little? Hi. Thanks, Anand. Thanks for taking this forward. It was really nice, and thanks for joining in, people. Yeah. So, can you go to the next slide, Anand? Can anyone come up and explain a little bit about how you have faced ghosting, or maybe any other type of challenges that you have faced in recruitment?
Hey, hi, Jai. Aarti this side. So, in recruitment, mainly the challenge which I have faced is again the offer hopping, which is very common, especially into the tech side. As you can see, you have noticed that in tech, the hike and the increment amount usually they get, it is completely different compared to other sectors because of IT sector is booming nowadays. So this is more common often we seen in the tech side that this offer hopping is very common.
Right.
Main reason to join the meeting is to get actually an idea how can we put a barrier on this or avoid this kind of circumstances or incidents which we come across.
Right. Right. Anyone else?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so I am Safa and I work at Safai as a lead HR. So the problem that we were facing was that the employer, when we hired people, okay, so the employee, one day he'll come and then he won't start coming from the next day. I mean, ek din aayega, फिर ek din nahi aayega, and then it keeps going on, and then suddenly he disappears. He does not come back.
Did this
So
happen with
that
you, or
was
was this
the reason.
a slight challenge for you?
Oh, it was a challenge because it's very hard first of all to recruit the right people, and then they come in the first day, they're very enthusiastic, and then they just disappear from the next day.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's really hard, when you're a HR and you have to hire people for a team, for the company. It's really hard with that.
right, right. Anyone else?
Hi. Even this was the same case with me. Even I hired a guy. The same guy ghosted, and the same situation got repeated in the next time. Even I hired the next person. Even he ghosted with me. So it's quite challenging, to retain the person who is working. To build a trustable company. I think it's a mandatory thing to see the all the background checks and all. So I think this issue needs to be solved. So that's why I am here. Thanks for the opportunity, Jay.
Right, right, right. Yeah, so understanding this forward, we'll discuss a little about this in the demo session, right? Now let's understand what drives in candidates. Yes, exactly. So it's not just CTCs these days. It's more of emotions, the emotions that we build with the candidates, right? It's our responsibility as an HR to build emotions and on the to give up them a trust into the company and make the role a little exciting for them, not just in terms of work, but adding a little masala into it, right? And company's reputation does matter a lot. Yeah, Gaurav, please.
Hi, Ajay. Very good morning.
Yeah,
I just want to at one point. So, when we say the emotions to understand and build that engagement with the candidate, I can share my experience that even though having the engagement of more than 2 months, 3 months, still the people are ghosting. Uh, that happened in past. So, uh, let's see how it will
right,
look into
right.
these options.
I think we as an HR, we take a lot of steps, but एक बार बंदा मान जाए तो there's no stepping back, right? So yeah, let's move forward. Yeah, so it's emotions and making a role a little exciting and adding a little making them trust the company by telling the real things there, and it really, like, the career growth for the candidate really matters a lot. We have to think what phase the candidate is in his life, because every candidate does think about their own growth, right? Yeah, next slide please. Let's understand how emotions, trust, and context shape offer decisions. Offer decisions has a lot to do with gut feelings, and it's also about excitement versus anxiety. And when it comes to trust, there is this question written: do I believe what they're promising? We have to maintain a lot of transparency, and the hiring manager need to have a lot of need to build a lot of credibility. And it's also not just the present but the past experiences also. And right, any candidate would go on to LinkedIn and Glassdoor and platforms like Talentid to see the feedbacks there. And context, it's not just the person's own decisions, but they also deal with the families, friends, and their opinions, and the career, personal timings, and goals. If the family person says that they are a little not okay with that, sometimes they back out, right? And joining decisions are not just on numbers, they it's also about how we make the people feel. Next please. Yes. So we are creating a predictive hiring edge. And what if I tell you that you can see who your future hirees are, and also know who is truly actually committed. Please more. Yeah, introducing Talentid.app, where we can actually increase the rate of decrease the rate of a shopping, right? Yeah. Next, please. Now moving forward, I'll just give you a demo, so you can stop sharing, please. Right. We'll have this dashboard where we can log in using the IDs. And for signing and signing up, you have to fill your details here. and you have to wait for like 24 hours by uploading your verification documents. That is when our system is going to work at backend and will proceed it with a human verification. Once you use your login IDs and password, will take you within seconds. And right, so we'll have dashboard there. We'll have dashboard there where you'll be able to see all the offers and the punches and the interview tracking credits that you'll be able to see. Let's take an example that I am hiring Anand right now. Right, Anand is an employee that came to me for founders office role. So I just want to see what's the Anand's status, right? Is he having any other offers that is anyways interlinked with any of the systems that are integrated with Talentid? We can just check that, right? If we just put the candidate's email here and burn one credit out of the credits that we have, we'll be able to see. It takes a fraction of seconds to load. Yeah, so here is where we will be able to see the candidate's feedbacks and all the offers that the candidate is holding, whether it's rejected, retracted, or accepted. Here we see he accepted the position named as account executive on this date, but will not be able to show you the other company's name because it goes against the privacy laws. And if the previous companies have given any feedback related to candidate, that will be reflected here, right? So this gives us an edge to whether to plan and hire or release an offer or not. Once you plan and hire, or if you find that the candidate has already not accepted an offer, we can either discuss with the candidate to either inform the company that they are not joining with the other company, and if the candidate is not ready to reject them or maybe inform them, that is when we'll not move forward, right? If we want to release an offer, we have a feature of releasing an offer here. What you can do is just put up the candidate's name, and the phone number, and the companies will be automatically taken, the joining date of the candidate, and the offer expiry date, and the CTC is optional, you cannot put it. Yeah. And the roles, email subject, and the email message that you want to send, and upload an offer letter and resume of the candidate. Once you do this, you can just click on release an offer and the offer gets released to the candidate. It takes like for max 5 seconds and it releases the offer. Done. We are done. So now the candidate once we release an offer, the candidate gets an offer into the dashboard. The candidate will have a dashboard where they can actually log in. Right. So just now we release a position named as accounts executive. We can see here the candidate can either reject. Once they click on reject, they get an option of rejecting, and that cannot be undone. Right. But if the candidate actually want to sign the offer, they can click on sign, and they cannot actually download the offer before signing, because what happens is candidates downloads the offers and go to other employers, HRs, and demands an better offer than that is the reason most of the HRs are actually not preferring to even mention the CTCs in their offer letters these days, right? And once you click on e-sign, the candidate will be taken forward to a integration of DGO, where the candidate can just click on proceed to signature and just type the signature, whatever the candidate's name would be. Or you'll have 3 options. One is drawing the signature. They can either draw it, or else type it, or else upload a signature if they have one. Right? Once we put our information here, just click on submitting signature. It takes like maximum fraction of 5 seconds and done. There your offer will get signed, and both the candidate and recruiter will get a notification that the candidate has accepted an offer letter. Document signed successfully, you got the notification. It will redirect back to the dashboard, and now the candidate can accept. As the candidate have accepted the offer letter, they can download and take it forward now. And you can see the signatures here, in which the candidate's signature with the digitally signed and all that, with IP address, with email, and the date and time will be mentioned over here. Now the candidate can also rate the company, because we want to really maintain the transparency in the feedback system. That is a two-way feedback system, not only from the companies. They can just put in the whatever the feedback would be there. Right. Once we click on submit, it takes in feedback submitted successfully. Right. Now we can also see this all these things here. If we just reload, the account executive position gets, it's also showing us ghosted, because I have accepted multiple offers at a time, and my recruiter system would have also received an email that the candidate have accepted another offer. Right. The candidate Jay Nayak has accepted another other offer and may no longer be available. So it's on you now whether to discuss with the candidate and take steps forward. But you can also see the total the resume, the offer letter, and the accepted offer letter here with the signatures. You can write a feedback related to candidate, giving him the ratings and with the feedback. Candidate hosted us on day one. And this will reflect in the candidate's future things, that if any HR in the future searches about the candidate, that will be available here. Taking an example, I'll search jnax76 at gmail.com. We search here, we need to burn 1 credit for searching. And once we search, we'll be able to see the feedback that I have just given here. So this helps the future HRs to see whether the candidate is actually ghosting any companies or not. Right. Also, if any of the HR says that we are actually releasing the offer letters through emails or maybe any HRMS or any other software, right? So we don't want to really interrupt the process of yours. What we actually say is, we just ask you to offer punch. You release the offer letter, you get it signed manually or maybe through the HRMS that you use, and just come in and put up the candidate details here, right? In the same process, the resume of the candidate and the offer letter of the candidate has to be uploaded. And once we do that, we will get an option of submitting the this thing, and the action cannot be undone. Once you punch the real data, it will be proceeded. Offer punch successfully. Why we asked you for data is to show you the notification that the candidate has also accepted another offers in other systems. Right. We are also integrating the other systems to our application right now. And yeah, we are coming up with Offer Lens. Offer Lens is a system that's going to help you with a predictive system that's going to predict your candidate joining probability on every single day and send you notifications of the candidate's interest into the job. It's not just interest, but the candidate's actual joining probability. That may that has a success rate of about 80% that we are testing internally right now. And you will have options of updating your profile here, where you can update your profile, add your team members if you want. If you have any team member, you can add them here. You can just add a team member here. Yeah, so that is it. Once you add your team member here, they'll be reflected here, right? And you can see all the integrations and subscriptions and notifications over here, and you can turn them on and off. And you can also update your company's information, like example, like the page, the company's information about the page, and also the candidate. While the candidate is actually searching about the company, they can also see the company's data here, right? Yeah. So Anand, can we go on to the slides, please?
Sure. Okay, let me share it back.
Yeah. Okay. So let's let's implement Talentid into your companies, and let's move forward from apply to accepted to arrive, because it's not just efforts, it's also money, it's also time, it's also resources that we invest into the company. We are making it little predictive in the journey, right? So instant sending instant offers and real-time tracking and guided onboarding is what we are working on right now. Next. Yeah, so we're not stopping the candidate from taking multiple offers, but we are stopping the candidates from accepting the multiple offers. Like we actually have this problem of accepting multiple offers, right? So hiring is not just about filling vacancies, but it's about building lasting relationships. And we have integrated the two-way feedback system just to maintain the transparency between both the recruiters. And one more thing, if you feel that the candidate has or the recruiter has filed a wrong complaint or the wrong feedback on the system, what you can do is just write us to support@talentid.app and we'll flag it off, right? And we actually integrated the two-way feedback system because the candidate ensures that the candidate feel valued and our company gain invaluable science insights into hiring process. Yeah, and this makes the competitive recruitment landscape a little easy. So why Talent ID needs to be a strategic move for your company? We see that according to the Ashby's reports, 22% of the offers are being dropped out, and to hire one candidate we spend about average days or 41 days that we spend to hire. And when it comes to the cost, 30% is the cost that we spend to hire one candidate, right? And if the candidate drops off, we need to spend more like 20 30% to find next hire, right? Go for the next. Yeah, I think we can take on questions now. Please shoot up. Yeah, please, you can open your mics.
Yeah. So, Jai, the question I have is, as you told, like the candidate who have accepted or rejected the other offers from other companies. So we should have, like, as a company, you would be having tie up with that company. Then only it would be reflecting, right?
Right. So what we do is we have integrated like multiple systems here. Point one is releasing an offer. Why we are asking to releasing an offer from the system is to maintain the HR fraternity on a one platform, to maintain the data on a one platform. Point two, that we have integrated offer punch. Taking an example, if you say that I don't want to release the offer letter from the platform, you can release it from your own systems or maybe on the email or whatever systems that you have, whatever the SOPs that you have, right? And just punch in the data here so that that maintains, and we actually use email as the unique standard, that acts as unique standard. If we find any duplicates for that, that reflects over there. And point three is that we are integrating with multiple HRMSs and ATSs right now, which hold the real-time data. That data also will be integrated here. So it's not just we are not just dependent on the HR fraternity, but also from the other HRMS systems.
Okay. So as of now, the data will be, I mean, and for example, the startups and everything as of now will not be covered, right?
We are actually trying to cover. See, actually, the size of the company that we focus on is company which has at least 50 employees and moving forward.
Okay, got it.
Right.
So as of now, do we have that giant database?
Right now, the probability that I can promise you is about 70 to 80%, right?
Okay, because I feel it could be from a limitation aspect. For example, if I am offering a person candidate a offer, and when I look up to the system and it reflects me, maybe the candidate have no offers right now. Maybe it could be the case where the company he have taken offer from, and it will be not registered with you.
Right,
So that
right,
will not
right.
reflect.
We are actually, that's the reason we're actually moving forward very fastly, taking the first mover advantage in the market. I think that should be within a year, we'll be able to meet the targets that you guys are actually expecting.
Oh, I really like that the concept you have come upon, because I think this is the biggest challenge as a HR we are facing.
The
So
reason why we
love the
started,
concept is
please
behind
go.
the app. It's like wow.
The reason why we started this, because I was in HR 5 years ago, and this was my personal problem. We hired a candidate. We waited for the candidate like about 2 months, and the package was literally very high. That was about 70-ish lakhs, right? and we waited for the candidate to join. And exactly the next day, when the candidate was actually asked to come to office, the candidate said, "मैं नीचे ही हूँ, metro के पास ही हूँ." I went to the metro. I actually went down and asked him to come up to the office. नीचे जाके देखा, there was no person, right? Then I called him. He said like, no, actually I'm one metro away from the station. I said, okay, I'm waiting for you. Maybe it will take 10 minutes for you to reach. I was waiting for an hour. I went to office. I was like pretty fed up. And evening 5 o'clock, I called him. I said, "Bhai, tu to subah aane wala tha. What happened?" This person says that, I'm not interested because I got a better offer and I signed up an offer with them. And because of this, we actually faced a very big business, like we lost a business deal that was about 1-ish crores.
Oh,
Yeah, and for startups, I think 1 crore is a very big number, right? So
true.
that was a real big problem for us.
Got it.
Yeah.
Probation, I think people do this till the time of probation because the notice period is comparatively low.
Right. So the reason why we integrated this feedback system was we got this feedback after talking to hundreds of HRs. We got this feedback that candidates do leave during probation, and also they come to the company, like Safa said in the initial starting of the meeting. Candidates join the companies, take the laptop, and they starts off and everything is done. The candidate disappears, right? We cannot even write about them anywhere. Can we write them about? Can we write them on LinkedIn? Will that help? Maybe not.
No, they have the access to delete.
Yeah.
So I think that will not work out.
Yeah. So that is when we came up with this feedback system. That is two-way. Yeah. Any other person? Yeah. Priya, please.
Yeah, hi Jay. Jay, can we release the bulk offer from this application?
Actually, we are working on the feature. It will be available within 3 to 5 days, and you can do it.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you. Yeah. Yashashwini, yeah, please.
Yeah, is it a free feature we will be getting it along with the Naukri, or like how is it?
No, actually, we are not integrated with any other system. You have to buy it individually. But what we can do is we are actually giving it for free for the initial days. Right now, you can use it for free. Just the thing is that you have to go sign up and upload a document that is a legal document of your company, or maybe your offer letter. Just upload it just to verify that you are an actual HR for the company. And once you're done with that, we'll move forward. That's it.
Okay. So apart from this, do you have any like suggestions like how we can hold back the candidates?
Yes, I think
Okay,
that
but like
could be a
these
different
are all
webinar.
like system things we can understand, like whatever it may be, the human thing will be there, right? They'll
Right,
go
right.
yeah.
Right. I think there should be a different webinar for that. I think that's a very big topic to discuss about. But I think as we discussed in starting of a meeting, I think emotions is what we have to really work on, and we have to make the role little exciting for them. And it's just these days it's not just CTC but also CTC, right? CTC also has to be little attractive because I see this companies are also not thinking about the candidate, and the candidates are not thinking about the company. So both should actually start thinking about both, right? So
Yeah,
that is when it will start working out.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah. Any other questions?
अजय मैं 1-to-1 आपसे बात करूंगा.
Okay. Cool. I think we can skip off. Anand. If you have any questions, please drop it to support@talentid.app or anand@talentid.app or jay@talentid.app. We'll be happy to answer your calls, texts, and also we want to really connect with you. Once we are done with this webinar, within a day or two, we'll connect with you individually, and me and Anand will be able to help you to onboard into the platform. I think that should be really helpful for you. Right? Yeah. Thanks for this.